What is up? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my storytime experience on meeting the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Met him back on May 15, 2015. Feels like a long time ago, but it also feels like it hasn't been a long time ago. But yeah, before I forget, going to show you the 8x10 that I got signed. So this is the 8x10 I decided to get signed. In a way, they were giving out these 8x10s for the pre-show meet and greet, but yeah, just a typical 8x10 signed by Nakamura. So that was the 8x10 I got signed, like I said, or at least I think I said. That was the 8x10 that they do or use for Shinsuke Nakamura back in 2015 for, I believe, the 2 shows in Philly and the 2 shows in Toronto for New Japan and Ring of Honor. Like I said, met him May 15th, which was of 2015, which was the first, or night 1 of 2 in Toronto, night 3 of 4 if you would want to include the Philly shows and whatnot. And granted, this was, I think, the third or 4th ROH event that I've attended, and I always like try and meet somebody before the show, a part of the pre-show meet and greet. And I did not meet Nakamura the year prior in 2014 because I didn't really know who he was, and I told myself after Global Wars 2014, like, hey, if I get the chance to meet him again, or meet him at a future event, would definitely do it. Did it in 2015, and granted, it's a selfie, but still got a selfie with him and an 8x10 for, I think, 20 or 25 bucks Canadian, which is, considering he went for a VIP WrestleMania weekend once for like 200 bucks American, so probably looking at $250 Canadian. Worth it for myself personally. And I was with, it was me and like 3 other people wanted to meet Shinsuke Nakamura, and we were hanging out before the show outside. And I'm like, yo, I want to meet Nakamura. Gave my camera kind of deal to somebody to record it. They didn't hear me say, hey, it's recording, and then they turned it off, or like they hit the stop recording button, and I'm like, oh shoot, pulled out my phone at that time, and I'm like, can we get a selfie? And he gave me a weird look because I don't know how well his English was. I don't know Japanese, and there were a lot of talking around, and he, like I said, gave me a weird look, looked at my phone, and seen himself because it was on selfie, and he's like, oh, photo there? Yeah, kind of deal. Took the photo, he signed the 8x10, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, it's actually, like, happening. Again, I don't know Japanese. I don't know how well his English was back then, and again, he signed the 8x10. I think he was one of the few wrestlers I would actually shake hands with, and whatnot, and then we bowed, and told him thank you, and he smiled and like nodded back, kind of deal. Not necessarily the most in-depth meet and greet that I've had, but again, very thankful that I was able to meet one of the biggest names of the 2010s for New Japan Pro Wrestling, for myself personally at least. And thankfully I was able to meet him in May of 2015 because that would be his last show in Toronto until, I believe it was NXT TakeOver Toronto 1, and that was November of 2016, so give or take a year and a half later. I almost said an hour and a half later, but no, a year and a half later. And like I mentioned, I forget which WrestleMania it was, but I remember he was a VIP, and yeah, would I meet him again? I don't know, probably, or at least I would be open to the idea of meeting him again, because The selfie we took, it was 2015. It was an old whatever phone I had at that time. So the phone probably came out in like 2011 kind of deal. So not the best quality. So again, would be open to meeting him again just to get a better photo with him. But I'm still grateful to be able to say that I met the King of Strong Style, former King of the Ring winner as well. But yeah, that's it for this one. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's